Yeah, I know the Civil War wasn't too nice on the Confederate side of things, and even people that lived down this way when the Union came on down, and all them carpetbaggers, I believe we call them, they kind of started taking up place like they owned it just because they, beat the South in a war. But they don't really know about life down here. A lot of them, a lot of city folk, think that they come out here and tend to a farm and get horses to like them and understand how cattle and chicken work. They just don't know shit. It's funny watching them flounder around out there in the field and walking around with their nice little like dress shoes and step in a big old cow paddock. It's actually kind of funny to watch. They lose their shoe, the cow shit. They just get all up in the arms, pissed off. It's kind of funny.
Yes, it is. Now, back then when I was a young man, I was a bit ignorant. My family did own a plantation, and we did have slaves, unfortunately. But as a grown man, nearly 50 years old now, I've learned that people are people. And I'm glad the blue one, despite my ill temper towards some of the conditions that kept us in. One of the camps was literally just mud, and I saw my comrades eating each other in there. Horrible times, horrible times. But wars do breed atrocity. Unfortunately, it's how it is.
Yeah, there's nothing good about war. The only people benefiting off of war, usually the government, one side or the other.
But now we live in a world where we're all equal men.
As equal as it can be right now. It seems like a lot of people don't necessarily, want folks that aren't white, or even men for that instance. I mean, shit, women can't necessarily vote right now. They're trying to get that going on. And
Ain't that strange?
That's weird. I sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes women have better ideas than the men do.
I guess I've met my fair share of intelligent women. But most women seem like they raise themselves to be stay at home, slightly brainless, slightly dotty. You don't see many of them trying to, learn these crafts that us hard-working men learn.
Right. But they got another finesse and a whole nother set of crafts that us men might not be too great
Yeah,
at.
you're right about that. There's woman's work, and you're right about that. Well, I say the world is changing as I've seen it. We're near the turn of the century here. Who knows what another 100 years will look like? Yeah, I won't be around for another 100, maybe another 50 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, if you're around for another 50, you're about 100, you might not realize what's going on around here.
I'll be 107 if I live another 50 years. No, sorry. Nearly 107. I'm like 47, the math there. I'll be 97, I think.
97, almost.
Nearly 100.
Fair enough.
Well, no.
I think I'm going to go on over to the parlor house, see if Rosa will lend me her bath. It's kind of smell like salt, seaweed, seawater, and shit.
I need one as well, so I'll have to wait for
Church
you.
of the Sea.
Yeah, praise it be the Church of the Sea. Changing my ways from the Christian faith to the sea faith.
Oh, the
Baptized in a waterfall coming down upon our heads.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Miss Rose, got a quick question for you, if you don't mind.
Testicle.
All right, I do appreciate your heads up. Second question, can I use your bath, if you don't mind?
Of course, somebody like you don't gotta ask because you have a business in the community. It's these wispy ins and wispy out people that I don't know. I know nothing about. That just take a fucking liberties over the past few days and nights. I'm gonna break some bones. Yeah, thank you for asking. You are respectful. Good man. Thank you. You can use when you need to. And I need to know too sometimes because I gotta clean the fucking thing. No problem. Well, it's good to see you both back. Somebody thought you were both gonna die.
Yeah, we kind of thought the same. We just ended up inadvertently joining the Church of the Sea. No big deal.
Accident.
Where are they? I'd love to meet this Church of the Sea to really take some piss out of them.
I would say the opposite, ma'am. Not a place for a lady like yourself. Very messy, to say the least. Very messy there.
What do you mean, messy? What you mean?
Well, It's up there towards Butcher Creek, you know, where all the nice hill folk live, and
Oh
very
no 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 no
tight-knit
no no no
family.
no 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 no
Yeah.
no. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
Alrighty. You be good, Miss Rosa. Oh, goodness.
And Miss Rosa, I might as well ask as well, being the dastardly vagrant that I have become, may I use the bath right after him? Because we did go through the same cave of salty
Of
mess
course,
and so
darling. No
on.
problem. No problem. I can clean. No problem.
Much appreciated, Miss Rosa. I thank you very much. Oh, pardon me there, pardon.
Don't you be leaving town. We're gonna be having a talk in just a moment, all right?
Oh, sorry. Come on, horse. Sorry about that, sir. All right, I'll be in the parlor house taking a shower here shortly, but I actually need to talk to you as well. I did get another letter who I gave to Mr. White, and if Mr. White got to you, he'd probably give you that letter as well.
A new letter? A first one?
Yes, sir. He's saying that now I'm a dead man, basically.
I'll say. I look forward to reading that letter. In fact, come on inside the sheriff's office right now. Rosa, I'm sorry to take your company. I will make it up to you. I'm sorry to be so crass and leave you out here alone. You just enjoying the night time? All right, I'm sorry. How you doing, Bob? That's great news.
How do you do?
Talk for yourself. I didn't seem like I made this attempt in, That's what he said. That's what he said.
How you doing there, sir? Good evening to you.
Evening. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Came back, well, a bit wet and muddy from this cave I went into of Noah over there, but other than that, it was a nice little adventure.
Found anything interesting? Or you just got yourself with you?
Well, I found a bunch of ominous blood paintings of something about Church of the Sea. Hard to say if it was animal blood or human blood. There was no corpses around, but it looks like some cult had moved into some cave near the hill folk. You know how the hill folk are. Nasty creatures.
No. No, indeed. Understandable. Fucking hell.
All right, gentlemen, come on in.
I'll at the door.
Thank you. The reason why I'm bringing both of y'all in at the same time is I don't want to have to say the same thing twice.
Oh, fair enough.
No.
All right, I'm going to be open book on this on account of the fact I reckon that none of y'all know what's going on between one another. This is Mr. Lundale. This is Johnny. Johnny is with some fellas down in St. Denis. And Mr. Lundale is, well, he's around Valentine. Now, the reason why I have both of y'all here is we've been receiving letters threatening Mr. Lundale on behalf of some people called the Blinders. No idea who that is, of course. But what has been said is a man in red, also known as Ricky, apparently robbed Mr. Lundale here. He didn't have any money on what he wanted on him, so demanded $20 of the man to drop it off at a dead drop somewhere in the swamp. Now, he is saying and making threats on behalf of the Blinders, saying the Blinders are going to kill this man here, Mr. Lundale. Now, I happen to know a few of these Blinders, and I happen to know they're real good folks with good business on the up and up. They ain't no killers like that. Hence, bringing you in here, Johnny. This is Rocker. I don't believe, in fact, I know that this man in red, also known as Ricky, has nothing to do with y'all knowledge you into business on make written threats on paper. So, is there anything y'all both know that might be able to help one another find out who this fella is trying to frame the Blinders for murder and all this extortionism? Because I had this report come from Valentine, and I've taken it from their hands, and I'm the one that's going to be leading it now. I'm going to find this to a finality. More recently, a letter came across today saying Mr. Lundale is now going to die because he did not pay the money at the dead drop.
Well, I can tell you where I am at the moment. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, considering that it's pointed at me. Before then, when I got the letter, I had no idea who the blinders were, and as time gone on, I've learned more that they legally take loans and do not kill people for what they do. I learned that from the other deputy, that they are folks who do it through the right course of the law. They're not unsavory folk from what I hear. So now it makes it hard to believe that Ricky has anybody but himself coming after me. I think he's trying to...
He definitely doesn't. Mr. Lundell, I know the fellows he's talking about very, very well. Good friends at the sheriff's office here, and there's absolutely there's no way I'll bring you two in the same room. In fact, Mr. Lundell, I can confirm that the folks that are being accused in the letters of wanting to kill y'all have been around y'all for the past, few fucking nights, and they done enough in them, so...
Well, that's good to hear, then.
So I think y'all should maybe have a little chit-chat with one another. I believe Europeans say chit-chat means talk. You two should talk, and maybe you can compare notes, and you can find out who this fella might be. I've been looking on rooftops of St. Denis, and there's been some notes left up there and reports of a man in red being up there. I believe he might be trying to frame the blinders, and he has something against them. Of course, none of my business, whatever that might be, but it's very fortunate that I have my hands on these papers. I'm the one leading up this investigation, because folks might write warrants to put the blinders in jail for this.
You just reminded me of something as well. A while back, right before he robbed me, I was sitting on top of my carriage over by Emerald Ranch when the horses rest a spell. We had a long conversation for a bit before he decided he was going to rob me. He said that he did frequent the roofs of St. Denis. I asked him where he was from. He says he sleeps on the roofs, and that's one of the details he gave me about himself.
I'll see. So
What do you look like?
After all.
What do you look like?
He dressed similar to myself. He had a hat like myself, but he had a black...
Hat like yourself?
Yes, a hat like
Black
myself.
coat, red vest?
I believe a red vest as well. He carries, what's that fancier revolver that shoots rifle rounds, that bigger one? He had one of them. That was the gun he chose to use. No, nothing on his back during the time.
No.
He does have a bit of a southerner's voice as well. Deep. He's slow-spoken as well.
But I'm going to tell you this. The blinders aren't American. They're English. So...
Yeah. Plus, I don't think the blinds will be silly enough to work with a man trying to force people to pay that and write letters, multiple letters saying y'all are going to kill him, not him. Luckily, the deputies are smart enough I spoke to, and they all realize the way that it is, that it's someone trying to sully the good name in St. Denis. So, Johnny, if you know where this fella is, or you can lead us to this man for an arrest, that would be good. But if you do see him, Johnny, I would recommend you exercise caution. And by that, I mean you're the first to draw a weapon on him and not let him draw a weapon on you. Clearly, he has issue.
He does seem to be quite aggressive, and he's not someone who is the easiest to negotiate with either as well. I took a lot of pleading to get him to realize I didn't have anything of value before he nearly fed me to a goddamn gator in the swamps.
Now, Ren, I'm going to put out a warrant for this fella at this point. I'm going to put him down as the man in red, also known as Ricky. So, if y'all ever see him, you come let me know. Mr. Lundell, you keep yourself safe. You get that letter. You stop sending them to Mr. White, you can start giving them to me.
Yes, I will start giving you all information straight to you now, because I originally gave the first two letters to Mr. White as well, so but from now on I'll leave all information with you, Mr. Undersheriff.
All information, Mr. Lundell. It is a Lemoyne crime, so giving it to New Hanover is going to slow us down where we could be a little bit faster catching the man, but I got a bunch of stuff I can get him from, so we're going to be doing that. So if you do see him, all things and information should come to me on this. And if you do see him yourselves, gentlemen, and it does happen to get a little nasty, be the first to draw, like I said. If he does get hurt, you can bring him in underneath my cover and pardon. I will be here to collect and understand.
Well, I do appreciate all the help, Deputy. I mean, sorry, Undersheriff.
Well, you can call me your daddy if it makes you feel happy, Mr. Rocker.
I'd rather not.
Excellent. All right. Well, that's all I had. Mr. Lundell, you can see yourself out. I've got some more business here for John here.
Well, you gentlemen take care then. I will not dally
Thank
a
you,
minute
Mr. Lundell.
longer.
Take care.
The same ideas.
Lundale.
Howdy there, everybody. Hope you're having a lovely evening.
The chicken.
Some solid RP right there.
I'll get a beer, please.
This.
Riker, right?
Yes, sir. And Caleb, if I believe to be right.
That's right. So, how was your little adventure?
It was wonderful, as a cave can be, you know. Moist, soggy, and wet, and dark and dingy. Mr. Adventure, me and Mr. Noah got ourselves baptized in the God of the Sea, something like that, Church of the Sea, by accident.
So, where is Noah?
I believe he's upstairs around here somewhere. He went to go take a bath after the journey we had.
And the other one is for
Alright,
to help
okay.
with the infection. And maybe to help
You missed out on quite the adventure. You could have been heroes along with us.
Heroes, how so?
We've delved bravely down the dark depths of the earth with lanterns lit alone, rats everywhere, signs written in blood for only the bravest of men to dive deep into this accessed hole of depravity. Came out the other side as heroes, survivors, brave men.
That sounds like fun.
It was nothing more than a dingy exploration, to be honest, though. But I do like making things sound more grandeur than they is. What do you do around here, if you don't mind me asking, my one-eyed friend?
Not much. Help deputies out when they need help.
That's so. Right now, the deputies are working real hard to solve a case of this man who wants to murder me for over $20.
Who wants to murder you?
I'm just some half-wit named Ricky, the man in red, whatever that means. Again, he better not see me next, because next time I'll see him, he might be missing a face.
So why does he want you killed?
Because when he first robbed me out on the road, I didn't have any money. Then he said I owed him $20. I did not pay said $20. Now he says he's going to put a bullet in my head.
Well, maybe, I ain't ever met anybody named Ricky. I ain't never seen anybody named Ricky. Where does he stay?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay.
The laws on it, and they're closing in. Miss Rosa.
They're closing in on you.
Only they wish they dream. Now, Ma'am, you have quite the devious laugh, I'll give you that. Well, Mr. Gibb, I'm sure you'll hear soon enough. I've had a bit of a checkered past, and it seems like folks have already gossiped about it around roads. But I'm a changed man, I can assure you. I even go to church on occasion now. I feel the need to tell people now that everyone's gossiping about it. I'll tell the truth, it is slightly annoying, though. I will admit that.
Yeah, well, we all have pasts.
And that is the truth. Our past will stay past, but present is the future, and the future is change.
Yeah, not a bad saying. Where'd you learn that? Church?
Made it myself on the spot.
Oh, quick off the tongue, huh?
Yes, sir, Ray. I have the privilege of being
girl
taught.
around here like that.
Is that so?
Yeah, her name's Siobhan. Maybe you should go talk to her.
Siobhan, what a lovely little name. Again, I'm not much of the romantic type anymore. Believe it or not, I've been married 7 times and divorced 7 times.
I hope you're not a widow.
None of them were widows. They were just tired of my lifestyle, mostly.
I mean, if you had a bad past, how the hell did you come up with the time to get married 7 times? I mean, it would only slow you down.
I didn't say they were the largest of planned weddings. 2 of the 7 were well planned. Other than that, it was a drunken night, a whore, and a pastor. You can put that together yourself. Yeah. Most women, they want to settle down, make a nice house, stay about. Myself, I love to travel. I love to be at different places, and I'll stay one place for long. Hard for me to settle down. At this point, I'm 47 years old, and I ain't getting any younger. So I ain't planning on marrying again. I'm planning to enjoy myself, whore myself, and drink myself to death.
Sounds like a good life.
My thoughts exactly, good friend. I'm sorry, good acquaintance. I should be more proper, candid.
Yeah, well, it earns a little more trust and faith before you get, call people friends around here.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just used to using it so freely in the big city. That's how people tend to speak. It becomes more of a saying, you see. How are you, friend? How you doing, friend? And so on.
Yeah, I understand.
How about yourself?
Noah's, he's taking a bath, is he?
I believe he is. He's around town somewhere. I had to go talk to the deputies. I don't see where he got off to after him and I departed once we got into town.
Okay. You know him? You know him well?
No, we just got acquainted today, and we had a good conversation the entire trip. I think we've gotten to know each other fairly well now, and I think we have the potential for a blossoming, you know what I'm trying to say, a growing friendship. Stumble over my words occasion.
Yeah, I know what you say. Yeah, Noah's a nice man.
That he is. Hard worker, too, from what I tell. Death of raw hand on occasion as well. He told me all about his family and things like that. Quite an interesting fellow.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice people out here, especially in roads. Those deputies and the sheriff here, they're cutting down on crime and stuff like that.
That's so I hear. So I hear.
Aye.
Hi, John. How you doing?
How you doing there, John? You and I should have a good conversation sometime. Enjoy drinking each other. Actually, right now, what are we going? Let me get you a drink. How does that sound?
Sure.
2 whiskeys, sir. Thank you very much. y'all sure enjoy.
My fault.
Appreciate it, mate.
So, what a mix-up, I believe. I was actually planning on riding into St. Denis to clear things up myself. I figured that it's a good sign to show that I'm brave enough to approach someone who's supposedly wants me dead. But then again, I'm the one who also finds facts, and I'm very, I'm good eye for things, I'd say. And I figured this Ricky was huffing and puffing and blowing smoke for the most part after my interactions with the man.
No. But honestly, I mean, if it's one man, he's a cunt.
I will not be surprised if he finds himself dead in a ditch somewhere very shortly. If not, at the gallows very shortly as well.
Indeed.
Hey, John,
Well-
can I ask you a question? You just rode in from St. Denis?
Indeed.
Okay.
But why? I mean, I've been here for a bit, but... I mean, I saw Siobhan. I heard that Siobhan slapped you across the face.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Oh, yes, I've been here a bit.
That's unfortunate. Lady's wrath, isn't that right?
I don't know why. I mean, yeah, I kind of understand why.
No.
I haven't spoken to her for about a week.
But, what was your name again? Mr. Apologies.
I'm me. I'm Rocker Lundell.
Aye. Mr. Lundell, I can tell you this. Blind is just businessmen. No. Anything that they do it above board, legal. Don't have to worry about anyone trying to kill you. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's good to hear. You see, I figured that they were good folks, especially after talking to the deputies and the law and so on. I heard plenty of good things, and I've only been in this a short while. I came a long way from New Alexandria to find myself in a new world, and I was already surprised to find myself knee-high in dirt, but I'm glad things are clearing up.
Indeed. But seems to me as this Ricky fella is a cunt, and hopefully he gets taken care of. But when you're in the city, keep your eyes peeled.
I should mention, I do hope I find him first. And be the one to bring him in. That would be just
You
right
think-
there.
You're a lady, right? So do you think I should maybe go talk to Siobhan? Or should I just...
Well, I think she seems to be La Fiamma, which means she on fire because she slapped you. So you see, maybe something happened to occurring of this. So you need to let the fire cool down and wait a little bit when she cool down. Yeah, John is saying he know, lady.
I know what you're saying, but I think maybe the reason why she's on fire right now is because I've been away for so long.
Oh, does she love you? Is this the thing? What's going on?
No,
She like you?
I don't.
Well,
I mean, why'd she fucking slap you, mate, in the first place?
exactly.
I literally came in and heard her storm out.
Well,
You know when she
must have
got,
had it coming.
You know, that day when she got attacked outside your bar?
Oh,
here?
hey, Fisher Joan.
By
No.
Fisher. Yeah. Well, I
No.
shot Fisher. I kind of interfered with a fight that was already planned. I didn't know. I came out the bar. They agreed to fight, and I just seen a man hitting Siobhan, and obviously, you know, she's my friend. I ran over and helped her, not knowing that the fight was agreed on. And then he pulled an axe out and started chopping away at her.
You think your involvement was the reason why Siobhan got hurt?
Yeah, that's why I've been away.
Well, then you know your problem right there, sir.
Oh, here we
You
go.
apologize then.
This will be good.
To apologise to her then.
That's it. You will have to apologize. Yeah. If you have done wrong, then what does she like? Go find something she likes, and give it to her as an apology. This is perhaps the thing to do. Maybe nice clothes, or some nice pretty dress, or pretty shirt. Don't adjust yourself in front of her, because that's probably not going to be a great thing. But something like that is an apology.
I make.
Got a delivery.
Just tell her the truth is the important thing. Tell her the truth. Because clearly she's very, very mad at you, and you need to make this wrong right. So, maybe a little bit of time has passed, and you go to her and, speak to her. Oh, hang on, I can hear a knock. Scusi.
No.
Shit, I ain't good with talking.
If you'd like, I could be use my fancy words to get your feelings across. Perhaps I can do you a favor there, sir.
Because she would only slap me again if I took somebody over to talk for me.
I mean, that if you use his words, then she might not understand what the fuck you're talking about.
My southern charm might be hard to understand on occasion, I'd imagine. Then again, I would say a woman would see you not as a very brave man as well, Mr. Caleb.
Mr. West, what I suggest is you apologize for intervening. Didn't know it was agreed upon, and let her know that she is a fighter that needs no help, not even. And then give her a gift.
Yep, she is a fighter. Yeah, I'll give her that. I just, like I said, if you see somebody that you like, getting beat on by some asshole, you ain't gonna stand back and do nothing.
No, I get it. Same time, first let her calm down, and then try and do as I said. I mean, at first, she's gonna be, distant with you, which, I mean, she fucking slapped you, so we'll see how that goes. And after a while...
I've been distant with her. I've been away, living in the mountains for a couple of weeks.
Agreed. I mean, she probably could have thinks that... Or she probably felt useless, helpless to try and help you. But, who knows?
I'll go see her. I'll be back.
I told him not to, and he does it anyway. A rotten cunt.
Not all men can take advice when it's given, and does not mean they will heed it very well.
Indeed. But, as I said before about the blindness, now if we see him, alright then, how about this? Like, don't you want him for yourself? Take care of it. What if we say him and we give him to you?
I much would appreciate that very much, John. The reason being, I've always been the man to do things myself on the occasion. This time I felt I had to take it into the hands, because when I first got the letter, I was a lone man coming this way from Odessa. From New Alexandria. And back then, I had a group of friends who would ensure that when I have plans, they come to fruition. But in this case, now it's just one man. I would like to get my hands on him. Because snakes like that need to be dealt with.
And they do. Right then. If we see him, or apologize, if the blinders see him, he'll let you know, eh?
I appreciate that. Now, what other business do you conduct, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? The blinders conduct, by the way, because I'm interested now. I hear more about them, and as just arriving to Odessa, I hear more and more as time goes on, and my interest is piqued.
Honestly, horses, We help out with horses. Have you seen the Gordon Redsons? The horses. We get horses for people. We get horses, we train them, we sell them off to people. And then we have, it's going to be in a Dissa Fight Club. The official Dissa Fight Club for the state. Coming soon. If you're interested.
Myself, I'm getting up there on age, but I do love to gamble if there will be gambling. I do well in a fight, but my habits leads to me trying to kill a man on accident, usually. Fight or flight response, and I've been doing a lot of fighting.
What's a fight without betting, eh?
Exactly.
Indeed. Aye. But that's it, really. A little bit.
Well, I do need a new horse. The one I have out there is, it's got a good temperament, but it is slower than a goddamn snail on the winter eve. I tell you what.
Got any breeds you interested in?
I'm not an expert on horses, to say the least, but in the past I had an Arabian and I did like it a lot. But unfortunately, natives stole from me on the way here to Odessa, along with $1,000. But just how life is.
So you prefer a workhorse, but not a workhorse that's fast, right?
Yes. Yes, they ain't scared of too much, and as much as a horse can be, you know how it is. I try to make sure not to start off by gunshots and maybe a bit brave around wolves, bears, and snakes and things like that. Help me get across.
So you're probably looking at thoroughbred or American standardbred, all right then.
Give me an estimate what it will cost me so I can look towards financing a horse of that caliber.
I will get back to you on that. What is your PO box number? I can get someone that can actually speak with you on prices and such.
It would be 868.
I know, don't. Eight 6 8.
Yes, sir.
And your name was again Londale. What's your first name?
It is Riker Londale. I can spell it for you as well if you need to be.
Oh, yes. Spell it for me.
Riker. R-Y... Why am I having a hard time? R-Y-K-E-R. Pardon me. Why did I forget my own name all of a sudden?
That's alright, eh? I mean, you've been through a lot, I understand.
And Londale's L-U-N-D-A-L-E.
So 868. And where can I send this mail to, eh?
Preferably here in Rose is where I've been staying most often.
Rose. Right then, Mr. Lundale. Which information? My PO box is 69. You probably get one from a 67 regarding horses and prices, eh?
Or would that be 069, I imagine, correct?
Oh, indeed.
That's good to hear then. Well, I'll be sure to contact you, and if you contact me about horses, I appreciate that. I definitely need some that's a lot faster than what I have.
Indeed, I understand. No problem at all. I believe we can be yourselves of horses.
When I do find myself re-established here in the great state of Odessa, I do like to know a good businessman, because I try to build my wealth up nice and well, and I do enjoy a good partner when it comes to business.
Sure.
Well, pardon me, I need to use the restroom.